1, diner, 4, 3, dead.
Get in position and wait for my go.
Hello, I'm Jackie West. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. We are continuing our coverage regarding the 4 inland men who are accused of plotting to attack U.S. military bases in Afghanistan. Joining me is reporter John Asbury. Now, John, I understand that these men took quite elaborate measures to conceal their plot and really trained for months. Is that correct?
Sure, and while planning, 3 of the men living in the Inland Empire, they would communicate online with this man from Pomona who was living in Afghanistan, and they went to paintball courses, they prepared skydiving to test their body against fear, and they formulated these covers that they would go to Afghanistan and travel abroad clean-shaven, wearing Westerner clothing, and carrying sports magazines to throw off the trail that they might be up to any terrorism activity.
Now, I understand 3 of the men were arrested on Friday in Chino on November 16th. Is that correct?
That's right.
And then the 4th one was actually in Afghanistan already.
That's right. The 3 men were arrested as they were leaving, actually the day that they were supposed to drive to Mexico City, and they had already purchased plane tickets to fly to Istanbul, Turkey, and then eventually go to Afghanistan from there. They had planned to go to Afghanistan under the cover that they were cologne importers and exporters, and would go to Afghanistan working at an orphanage, also just to maintain as low a cover as possible.
Now, I understand you spoke to some of the neighbors as well. I mean, did anyone have any clue anything like this was going on?
You know, more than anything in the neighborhood, there's still just sort of shocked that this was all happening. FBI agents raided several homes in Pomona and Ontario and Upland over the weekend on Friday. And all these neighbors had no idea that the people living next to them could have been involved with Al-Qaeda or terrorism. Really scary.
You just never know who your neighbors are. Now that these men are in custody, what happens next?
Well, one of the men, Gojali, is due back in court on Monday for a detention hearing where a judge will essentially decide if he'll get bail or not. And then it's going to be up to the U.S. Attorney's Office whether to proceed this case to a grand jury, which could deliver a formal indictment and deliver more charges, which could increase their sentences, or to just present the evidence as is in a preliminary hearing. And we should know one way or the other by December 5th.
Okay. All right. Thanks for all your hard work on the story, John. Appreciate it. You can stay tuned to PE.com for all the latest developments on this story. You can also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm Jackie West. Have a great Thanksgiving.